Thank you for joining us today as we explore the topic of vinyl windows versus fiberglass. As always, you can email us and get our free recommended windows list that is specific to your region of the country. And for more great info on replacement windows, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get to it. If you're shopping for replacement windows, two of the most popular materials are vinyl and fiberglass. So let's compare these two materials in 4 categories: strength, style, energy efficiency, and cost. First up, strength. Fiberglass windows tend to be a bit stronger than vinyl windows, but by how much? That's a tough one to answer. Certainly, it depends on the specific windows you are comparing. What I would say is this: a top-tier vinyl window is probably just as strong as a top-tier fiberglass window, or at least as strong as it needs to be for all residential homes. However, a low-end vinyl window, and there are literally hundreds of those out there, isn't going to be as strong as a mid-range fiberglass window. I make this comparison because there really aren't many low-end fiberglass windows on the market. The bottom line is this: fiberglass pound for pound is stronger than vinyl, but as long as you purchase a mid-range vinyl window or better, strength shouldn't have any issue in the residential home market. Okay, so on to style. In terms of how vinyl and fiberglass look, you're going to be hard-pressed to tell the difference in the materials themselves. People who work in the industry can usually tell, but even after 30 years, I'm sometimes wrong about which is which. Now, because fiberglass is a bit stronger, the windows often come in a slimmer profile, which is a distinct advantage for many homeowners. For me, it comes down to the overall look or aesthetic of the individual window. There are vinyl windows that are great looking, and I'll give you an example in the Polaris Ultra Weld with an interior wood laminate finish. A great fiberglass window for me is the Marvin Essentials collection. Sleek, clean, and modern. One more note here. Fiberglass has a distinct advantage in that it can be painted, which vinyl cannot. This tends to make it attractive to homeowners who want to match the window to their interior or exterior color scheme. So next, let's talk energy efficiency. Fiberglass and vinyl are two of the best when it comes to energy efficiency. You'll find that the performance numbers on high-end fiberglass windows are pretty much on par with high-end vinyl windows. The common wisdom in the industry is that as the windows age, fiberglass does a bit better job in retaining those initial performance ratings. I'm not quite sure if this holds up anymore, but this sentiment still holds with many. What I would say is this: mid-range and high-end vinyl and fiberglass windows will serve homeowners well if you do 2 things. One is check the numbers before you purchase your windows. You're going to want to know the U value, the air infiltration rate, the design pressure, visible transmittance, and the condensation resistance. If you want to know more about what these numbers mean, check out our video on energy efficiency using the link in the show notes. The second thing you're going to want to do is to make sure you hire a quality window installation company. You can buy the most efficient windows on the market, but if they aren't installed correctly, your home is not going to stay cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Our last comparison metric here, and probably the most important for most home window buyers, is the price. On average, a vinyl window will cost 30 to 35% less than fiberglass. The increase in the cost of fiberglass over vinyl often puts them out of the price range of many consumers who would rather go with a top-tier vinyl window and save, let's say, 20% over a mid-range fiberglass window. All right, so those are our 4 comparison points. So, which of these materials should you buy, vinyl or fiberglass? What I would say is this: if the slimmer profile of a fiberglass window and the fact that it can be painted is worth the 30% more that you will pay, then fiberglass makes a lot of sense. If it doesn't warrant that cost, then I would say go with an upper end vinyl window. For our best vinyl windows of 2023, check out our video on our top 7 vinyl windows in the show notes below. Okay, so there you have it when it comes to vinyl windows versus fiberglass. If you have any additional questions or you'd like our free list of recommended windows, visit us at replacementwindowsreviews.co and get more tips and unbiased advice.